Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to lesson 1 of the language of Quran easier than English. The learning outcomes of the first lesson is to take an overview of the 4 properties of an ism. And inshallah ta'ala, we're going to split this lesson up into 2 videos. In the first video, we will take an overview of the 4 properties of an ism. And in the second video, inshallah, we're going to look at i'rab, which is a unique property of an ism as far as English language is concerned, or English speaking students are concerned. So let's begin. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. The ismun and its 4 properties. In the introductory mapping session, we looked at in Arabic there are only 3 types of words. Every word in the Arabic language will either be an ismun, fi'lun, or harfun. And the ism is the most comprehensive. Its singular is ismun, plural is asma'un. And it is a meaningful word that does not have a tense. And it can include, as far as English comparison is concerned, nouns, pronouns, adjectives, adverbs, interjections, etc. It can be the name of a person, place, thing, an idea, action, emotion, feelings. In short, it is any word in Arabic that does not fall into the category of fi'lun or harfun. So any word that does not fall into those 2 categories is an ismun. We also mentioned in the introductory session that there are 3 signs which if you see on a word, you know that this is an ismun, and they are tanween at the end, ta marbuta at the end, and of course al at the beginning. So I hope inshallah you can recall those 3 points. They will help make life easy for us inshallah as we progress through the lessons. Of course, this is not the only signs of an ismun. There are categories and others which we will learn as we go through the lessons inshallah. So an ismun in short can be a noun, pronoun, adjective, adverbs, etc. And you can see not all of them have got tanween. Of course, significant number of them do, and not all of them got ta marbuta or al at the beginning. But this is the basic signs of an ism, and it can be any of these types of words. In the mapping of Arabic, we looked at, of course, that there were only 3 types of words in Arabic: ismun, fi'lun, and harfun. They combine together 2 or more to form what's called a meaningful construct. Meaningful construct. The meaningful construct can be complete, tamun. In that case, it's called a sentence. And there are 2 types of sentence in Arabic: jumla ismiya and jumla fi'liya. Jumla ismiya begins with an ismun, jumla fi'liya begins with the fi'lun. And that's the basic definition we need to know for now. As for beyond the complete, they can also form incomplete constructs. Things that give us partial meaning, but not really a sentence. For example, this pen. This pen, it's a phrase. It doesn't complete the sentence. They're called naqisun in Arabic. And there are 5 that we need to pay special attention to. Murakkab tawsifi, descriptive phrase, pointing phrase, prepositional phrase, possessive phrase, and conjunctional phrase. These are the 5 most commonly used in Arabic, as well as, of course, in the Quran itself. Now, the point to note here is that we cannot form any of these phrases, nor can we form any of the sentence types until we know the 4 properties of an ismun. If we do not understand the 4 properties, we will not be able to make any sense of any structure in Arabic grammar. And this is why it's so important to begin with the 4 properties. The 4 properties of an ismun are definiteness, gender, number, and i'rab. These are the 4 properties that every ism has. Now, please don't be daunted. We have the same thing in English, except that because we speak English fluently, we do not necessarily think about it in this way. Every English speaker knows at least 3 properties of every noun that he or she uses. For example, let's take a look at some English examples of words, which also have 3 common properties with the Arabic. For example, the word books. If I said to you the word books and asked you the question, when I say books, am I referring to a specific book, a specific set of books, or general? Could be any books. Well, you'll say, well, when you say books, it could be any books. So therefore, it is non-specific. So that will be in Arabic, in grammar, considered to be indefinite. It is not definite, it's non-specific. If on the other hand, I use the word queens, Queens, meaning opposite to kings, I asked you, is this definite or indefinite? You'll say, of course, it's indefinite. Could be any queens. On the other hand, if I say to you, the kings, you will say, of course, that is definite because the is the definite article in English. Therefore, it is specific. The kings, for example, the kings of Scotland. So again, we got specific type kings we are talking about here. The word Turkey. If I said the word Turkey, by that I mean the country, not the bird. You will say, well, that is a proper noun. Turkey is the name of a country. So this will be definite. So you can see here in English, you can do that straight away. Now, in English, we use gender. For example, we say a word can be masculine, feminine, or neutral. For example, I say she is a girl, he is a boy, and I say it is a pen. It is a pen. So we use in English he, she, and it. It is a neutral gender. So if I asked you what is the gender of the word books, you will say immediately neutral. What about queens? Well, that's easy. That will be feminine. What about kings? Well, that is masculine. And what about the country Turkey? Well, most cases in English, you will treat that as neutral. So in English, you have definiteness and you have gender, exactly like we will see in Arabic shortly, inshallah. Now, as far as number is concerned, in English, we have singular and we have plural. What I mean by singular is if I say pen, that's one pen. If I say pens, that's two or more. So I can have 2 pens or I can have 1,000 pens. It doesn't really matter. In English, a word can be singular or plural. That's with any noun. In Arabic, we will look at shortly, but if I asked you the word books, is that singular or is it plural? I'm sure you're going to say that is plural. And if I say queens, you'll say immediately plural. Kings, plural. Turkey, well, this is one country, so it will be singular. So you can see here immediately, you can give me answers to any English word I put up. As long as you know the meaning of the word, you can tell me its 3 properties. Where English differs with Arabic is in Arab. There is nothing equivalent to that in the English language or directly equivalent. But 3 properties you are very, very familiar with. And my argument to you, and I want you to propose this, that you cannot really form a sentence in English, nor can you understand the English text if you don't know which is which. Right? How is it to be treated? You don't want to say, for example, he are men. That doesn't make sense. You should say they are men. Or you don't say she are men. That doesn't make any sense in English either. You're supposed to say they are men. And you can't say, for example, he are women. You can say they are women, or you will say she is a woman. So you need to know the gender and the number to be able to use English words correctly. And exactly the same thing will happen in English as well as in Arabic. If you do not know the gender, if you do not know the number, if you do not know the definiteness, you will not be able to form any structures in the Arabic language. So in English, we have 3 of the properties. Let's look at them and then compare and contrast with Arabic. In Arabic, of course, we got definiteness, we got gender, we got number, and we got Arab. Arab is unique, inshallah. In the second part of the video of lesson 1, we'll look at that as an introduction for yourselves. So definiteness, exactly the same with English. There is no difference between English and Arabic. We have definite or we have indefinite. Please note the Arabic terminology. At this stage, please don't worry about memorizing them. Just understand the concept. Over usage, you will get them. So ma'rifatun means definite. Nakiratun means indefinite. As far as gender is concerned in Arabic, we only have 2 genders. Please note, there is no neutral gender in Arabic. So every ismun, every noun will be treated either as masculine or feminine. Masculine or feminine. Mudhakkarun or mu'annathun. Mudhakkarun or mu'annathun. That's it for every single ismun in Arabic. Number, again, we have slight difference between English and Arabic. We have singular for 1. But we also have plural in Arabic. But plural in Arabic is 3 or more, not 2 or more, 3 or more. Whereas in Arabic, we have a dual, which you do not have in English. So a word or an ismun in Arabic can be mufradun, singular, or it could be dual. 2 pens. It could be dual, muthanna, or it could be a plural, jam'un, 3 or more, or million, whatever the number you go to. This is how the number works in Arabic. Singular, dual, and plural, which is 3 or more. Please note that major distinction between Arabic and English. In Arabic, we have a dual version which we do not have in English. And also in Arabic, we have no neutral gender. English has a neutral gender. These are the two major differences between the four